A need is a good or service that is required. Our culture source is SpongeBob. In this scene, SpongeBob is dying of dehydration because he needs water to live. He tries to last as long as he can without water, but then realizes that he needs it.
I don't need it. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. I 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 need it!
No, SpongeBob! No, no, no! Stop! Ricky! Ricky! Hey, my crab!
The good that SpongeBob requires is water. Things like food, water, and shelter are all needs that we have to have. This is not something he can live without.
A want is a desire that can be satisfied by consuming a good, service, or leisure activity. Our culture source is the office. In this scene, Michael is having money problems and Oscar, an accountant, uses PowerPoint to explain the wants in Michael's life that he is spending too much money on.
This scary black bar is what you spend on things that no one ever needs, like multiple magic sets, professional bass fishing equipment.
How did you do this so fast? Is this PowerPoint?
Michael, I'm going to set you and Jan up with a debt consolidator.
No,
you meet with this guy.
No, we are going to leave Jan out of this.
She has to know.
We will find another way. We'll ask PowerPoint.
Michael, this is a presentation tool.
You're a presentation tool.
This is a prime example of wants or things that we do not actually need. For Michael, his wants are things like multiple magic sets and professional bass fishing equipment. His wants end up screwing up his economic life as he accumulates a massive amount of debt and does not want to tell his girlfriend Jan about it.
A shortage is a situation in which the demand for a product or service exceeds its supply in a market. It is the opposite of an excess supply. Our culture source is SpongeBob. In the scene, SpongeBob walks into the freezer to get more Krabby Patties, but when he opens the box of Krabby Patties, there are no more.
What is it, boys? SpongeBob! There, kid. What's the big deal?
Mr. Krabs! We're all out of Krabby Patties.
This is an example of shortage because the Krusty Krab has run out of Krabby Patties because too many people had bought them. The Krusty Krab cannot function without Krabby Patties. A sole proprietor is an exclusive owner and the profits and debts are all on him. Our culture source is How I Met Your Mother. In this scene, Ted Mosby has created his own business and he is using his own money to start it up. Robin walks in to see that he has created the business.
Hi, welcome to Mosby's Designs.
Who the hell are you?
I'm PJ, Mr. Mosby's assistant.
Ted, what the hell?
I'm sorry, we do not interrupt Mr. Mosby during his brainstorming hour.
It's okay, PJ, that's Robin. She lives here. Oh, I'm sorry for the disturbance, sir. Do you need anything else? Well, I wouldn't say no to a...
You're right there!
Ted has created his own business and he is the sole person responsible for gaining or losing money. Any money lost comes straight from his bank account. All financial gains are for him. Profit is when the amount of revenue gained exceeds the amount spent. Our culture source is The Office. In this scene, Dwight Schrute went out and bought all of the dolls because there was very little left. Dwight spent a lot of money on the dolls, but he then sold them for a higher price. Dwight is planning to sell these for more money and eventually make money.
120, 180, 200. All right. Well, thank you so much. My daughter is gonna love this. Oh, so glad I could help. Thanks. Merry Christmas. You too. Fa la 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 ka-ching.
This scene shows the basic idea of profit. It shows how profit is the ability to make more money than you spent, which is exactly what Dwight did. After selling the dolls, Dwight made a profit because he ended up making more money than he spent on the actual dolls.
Human capital is the skill, talent, and productivity that employees bring to a company. Our culture source is The Office. In this scene, after Stanley says he's going to leave the Scranton branch for the Utica branch for more money, Michael decides he's going to try and poach the best salesman from the Utica branch to get back at Karen, the branch manager at Utica.
I have Ben Nugent on the line. He is the top salesman in Utica.
Hi, Ben. Michael Scott.
Hi, Michael.
I'm going to cut right to the chase here. Do you like magic? Because I am a genie in a bottle, and I'm going to grant you 3 wishes. To move to Scranton, to have a great job, and to be my best friend.
Aren't you the guy that hit the woman with your car?
Get out. Yeah, I also saved her life, but I guess that's not as grabby.
And everyone says Scranton branch is worse than Camden. Didn't everyone from Stanford quit, like, immediately?
No, I fired them, and you're next. So what do you say?
Seriously?
What is that guy talking about? Scranton is not lame. Scranton is the cool fun branch. We're like Animal House.
Michael is trying to gain human capital by hiring a skilled worker to come work for him in Scranton. He also is trying to replace the human capital he is losing with Stanley leaving for Utica.
A barter economy is a cashless economic system in which services and goods are traded at negotiated rates. Our culture source is Entourage. In this scene, Turtle and Johnny Drama wanted to purchase an in-home theater from a guy named Rufus at Home Video Solutions, but they did not have enough money to buy the theater. However, Rufus used a barter economy to negotiate a deal with Turtle and Drama. He said that if they got Vince to promote his company and put a hat on during his Jimmy Kimmel interview, then Rufus would install the theater for them for free.
I work for a fairly prominent movie star.
Oh, yeah? Who?
Vincent Chase.
Really? He's great.
Maybe you recognize me. I'm his brother.
No.
Anyway, off the record, my man's doing Jimmy Kimmel tonight.
All right.
What if we threw in a plug for your outfit? You know, would that be cool? Would that be worth something?
I tell you what. You deliver on that promise, I give you half off. But if he wears this hat, it's free.
So all he has to do is wear the hat?
How did you do?
What's the setup over there?
Hey, tell him about the home theater.
Oh, yeah. So we have this really great house, and it's got everything. Except a home theater. But we've been told that Rufus at Home Video Solutions is the best in the business. Yo, I love you.
The scene portrays the economic concept of barter economy because Rufus, Turtle, and Drama made a negotiation with no money involved.
Trade-off is the consequence of choosing one good or service over another. Trade-offs are the result of scarcity. Our culture source is The Office. At the end of the fiscal year, the Scranton branch has a budget surplus. They can either spend the surplus and receive the same budget that they received that year, or they can return the surplus, but they will only get the money they spent that year as their budget for the next year. However, if they return the surplus, Michael gets 15% of it for himself as a bonus. The office is deciding whether to spend the surplus on new chairs or a new copier, while Michael wants him to choose neither so he can have the bonus.
We have a stupid budget surplus, and everybody wants something different.
You want me to weigh in on a minor budget issue?
No. I want you to make the decision so I'm not the bad guy.
Well, if I were you, I would just return the surplus and take the bonus.
The what now?
So what's gonna be?
Michael, you have to make a decision. The day is almost done.
Let me just say you've been promising me this chair since the day you hired me.
You are a smart guy. I know you'll do the right thing.
You think it's easy?
It's your job.
Okay. You know what? Why don't you guys deal with it? I am going to get up, and I'm going to be out in the common area, but you need to decide. Otherwise, I'm taking the bonus. All right? It is a classic management tactic. You have two sides, a deadline. You know that neither of them are going to concede. What you do is you put them in a room, and you just, hey,
we're going with the chairs.
What?
I just figured I'd rather have new chairs than nothing at all.
Thanks, Michael.
Good work. I'm proud of you. Mother, what did we learn this week?
Within the office, they are exercising a trade-off. If they choose new chairs, they have to stick with their bad copier, but if they choose a new copier, they have to stick with their uncomfortable chairs. Michael makes his own choice of spending money before he actually gets a bonus on a coat from Burlington Coat Factory and gets fake blood thrown on him. Opportunity cost is something someone could have gained but gave up when they decided to do something else or buy something else. Our culture source is How I Met Your Mother. In this scene, Barney is with a girl who hates suits and would not date someone with suits. The girl tells Barney that he has to choose between the suits and her, and Barney says he is choosing her, but has no intention of losing the suits and therefore loses her.
Barney, you lied to me. You have to choose. Right now. Me or the suits?
In this case, Barney has to decide between two different options and ends up choosing the suits. The opportunity cost is the enjoyment of dating her. Therefore, he chooses to go with the suits and lost the ability to date her.
A market economy is an economic system in which economic decisions and the pricings of goods and services are guided solely by the aggregate interactions of a country's individual citizens and businesses. There's little government intervention or central planning. Our culture source is The Wolf of Wall Street. In this scene, Jordan Belfort asks his friend Brad to sell him a pen. Brad asks Belfort to write his name down, but Belfort cannot because he does not have a pen. Brad then slams the pen down in front of Belfort and says, "Supply and demand."
Brad, show him how it's done. Boom. Sell me that pen. Watch. Go on.
Let me sell this
Awesome.
pen.
That's my boy right there.
This pen.
Beep.
Sell anything.
Why don't you do me a favor? Write your name down on that napkin for me?
I don't have a pen.
Exactly. Supply and demand, my friend.
Holy shit.
Supply and demand is the backbone for a market economy. In this scene, Brad uses supply and demand to sell a pen. In a free market economy, everything would work like this scene with Brad.